Hello guys, welcome back to my video today, and this is what if Deku. This is what if Deku was Robin. So this is going to be a new what if. So sorry for my voice because I'm very sick today, cold because it's Christmas, and well, let's just start the what if. Sorry, kid. It's not going to be happen. Your son quirkless. The toe joints prove it. These words stuck Izuku's mind. He was shocked. He tried to stop his tears from coming out to his eyes. His mother, however, she took differently. Yep. She was angry. What? Are you sure? Doctor looked at Inko's eyes. Yes, it's true. Inko was angry. How we can tell if he had a quirk? We could see his joint here, ma'am. He say showing the joint. An X-ray photo of Izuku's foot. You see, there's an extra joint on his finger toe. So, the quirk anomaly is said, if you have a quirk, you don't have an extra joint on your finger toe, ma'am. So, it's kinda terrifying, but Izuku didn't have a quirk. I'm sorry, ma'am. Izuku and his mom were coming home. They come out to the hospital, and they drove. Izuku was really sad, tears falling down to his face. Inko said Izuku, mother, had different thought on his head. Inko had a different thought. This useless piece of trash, had to get rid of him. They were going to the next part, when she got an idea. Honey, don't cry, said Inko. I'll go get some tissue and water and whatever you need. Oh, my toy? I'm going to the store. Wait for me here. Okay, honey? She put Izuku for the best fake smile ever made. And she parted his head. He only nodded, and so he waited an hour or 2 hours until it was evening. He decided to lay on the bench. He was sitting on because he was tired. Getting tired though. Meanwhile, an American businessman was going through the same park. Bruce was coming back from one of the press comparisons in Japan. His business was growing, but he had a different thought. How could it be incompetent? It was better a hero. No, it was better a father. Damien would still be alive. Bruce's tears were falling down to his face. He needed to rest. He was depressed, overwhelmed by his sadness. He was look at one place to sit. Then he saw a bench close by. He came from behind of the bench, and he didn't see there's a kid. He see it was occupied by a child. He looked so peaceful, like Damien in one of those photos Italian showed him. He was approached by him, kneeled and shake Izuku lightly. Hey, young kid. Hey, kid. Why are you sleeping here? The dark green-haired boy, Izuku, opened his eyes to show his emerald eyes to Bruce Wayne. Oh, it's nothing. It's just... Why are you crying, mister? Bruce couldn't hold back his tears. His eyes reminded him his Damien, deep emerald eyes. Off it. You have my son eyes, just like my son. Izuku smiled. You sure? Maybe we can be friends. Izuku, I'm sure we can get on well. Bruce chuckles and sat next to Izuku. Well, well, get back that Bruce look at Izuku. So, why are you sleeping here? Where are your parents? Wh- Mom said, Izuku said, Mom said she was going to buy me an all my toy and a tissue and water. But it was early at that day, and now Izuku looks at the sky. It was dark, since it's 8 p.m. I see. Do you remember your address? Yes, I remember my home address. And I'm not gonna tell the home address because I didn't know his home address, so I just forget about it. So let's just continue it. Oh, I get it. You're there. Okay. Yes, please. What's your name? What's your name, kid? My name is Isuku Midoriya. Oh, my name is Bruce Wayne. Mr. Wayne? Izuku smiled wildly. Bruce called Alfred, and they drove Izuku home. Izuku wanted to go there alone, but Bruce insists to go with him. They were knocked the door, and coming they heard from behind the door Izuku hide behind Bruce's leg. To surprise his mom, Inko opened the door. Oh, hello there. Coming for some fun? She pointed at Bruce. Just then Izuku jumps from behind Bruce. Mom, it's me. Inko wanted to shut the door, but Bruce held it. Why would you leave your child in the park? Alone in the park. I don't need this quirkless piece of trash. He was my ticket to go to the better life as his mother of a hero. But since he can't be a one, I don't need him. He yelled like him. If he yelled like him, could have him. She pushed his hand up her there and shut it. Then she closed and locked the door. Izuku was crying crying heavy. He wanted to run away, but as he turned away, he felt a hand on his head. He turned back to see Bruce looking down at the hair of Izuku's eyes. Izuku said, "Please leave me, Mr. Wayne. I'm just useless. I'll never be a hero. After all." Bruce looks at Izuku. Now they were both. Bruce tell Izuku a secret. Izuku, we're both quirkless. Why? What's your dream, kid? Izuku snips and wipes his tears from his cheek. I want to be a hero with a smile on my face, but I'm quirkless, so that's never gonna happen. Bruce looked to his emerald eyes. You wanna know a secret? Trust me, I'm quirkless too. As well. But you are a businessman. That's just a cover. Huh? Bruce smiled. If you want to know more, you can come with me to America, in my house, and become my son. And I do everything to make your dreams come true. What do you think? I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Wayne. Izuku ran and hugged Bruce. They went to the car holding hands. Where to now, Master Bruce? Cole said Alfred. I have one more thing to do here. We'll stay here for the night. The next day, they went to the city hall, and Bruce officially adopted Izuku. They went to the mall and bought Izuku some many clothes that he can use. And they flew to America in Bruce's private jet. When Izuku saw a mansion, he was cruelly surprised and shocked. The mansion is so big. He knew his new dad or father was rich, but that was a bit over a granting. They went inside they went into the kitchen. Izuku saw the bird of the night, Nightwing, sipping some coffee. The anti-hero Red Hood, making eggs, and Red Justice Vigilante, the Red Robin, reading a magazine. All of them are vigilante costume. Izuku in his fanboy, starting to show his fanboyish enjoy. So how was it when Izuku was out, when Bruce was out from the into a kitchen just behind Izuku? After seeing what Izuku saw, he mentally face palms. There's three Robins turned to the door, and after seeing some kid, they froze, looking at each other. There's a kid here. They're in shock. They're frozen in shock too. Dick almost dropped his coffee. Could you explain, please? Tim also tripped from his chair, but Jason, he pointed a loaded gun towards Izuku. You got 5 seconds to explain, kid. Izuku is in fear and run behind to Bruce's legs. He's got a gun. Bruce face palms. All three shouted. All three are looking at each other. Oh boy. After telling to the three Robins what happened in Japan, Bruce turned to Izuku, who was laying unconscious on the floor. They changed, then come back. We have to change, and then we can come back. We need to tell Izuku who we really are. Bruce came the next to Izuku and sat next to him on the floor. When he got up, he looked at Bruce. Where's all of them? Where's Red Robin and Nightwing? Izuku look at now empty kitchen. Guys, care to explain? Bruce said. Then the three vigilantes in their casual clothes came from out to the outer door into the kitchen. Maybe since Jason will be a hot-headed and Tim will be scare him, and Dick said. As other two growled, he came next to Izuku. Hey there, I'm Dick Grayson, and you're my little brother now. I'm your older brother now. Izuku looked at him with joy and surprise expression mixed on his face. And these two are your older brothers, Dick, Tim Drake, and Jason Todd. He said, pointing at Jason, and Izuku thinks already know who we are. Yes, Nightwing, Red Robin, Red Hood, Izuku shouted happily, pointing at those three vigilantes. Name and the person was always right. Wait, you all were Robin's psychic, right? Of Batman, so that means only one thing. Mr. Bruce was Batman? He looked behind just to see Bruce in his Batman suit, with no mask, looking at Izuku. You're pretty smart, Izuku. How did he? Jason whispered to Tim, but Tim simply shrugged it up. Don't know, don't care, Tim Drake said. After that, the day Izuku began to train, his body, head, and spirit to be the next Robin. He got undercut on his eyes, narrowed, and he has very toned body now. He currently is 15 years old now. Stand by 5'9", his height. His personality changed. He's not very shy anymore. He's confident, a teenager who isn't afraid of anything. Not that he's cocky, no. He's not cocky, guys, don't worry. Oh, hell. Oh, no, he doesn't hate people. He's just the same Deku, but not shy, and he's just competent. He's currently training some taekwondo and karate fusion technique. His salvage shirt, green, training torso green, hoodie which is tied on his waist, and his white training gloves with his signature red boots of course, don't miss up that. His red unique boots on My Hero Academia, so love it. And for a red hip tubes, either bands covers of his newest edition costume. So Izuku was flexing. He just liked how they looked between his kicks and punches. He see his father coming inside from the corner, and the eyes. He stops. His training has turned towards to his father. What is it, father? Do you need something? Izuku said. And this is going to be the end, guys. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want more of my what ifs and never miss a video. Make sure to leave a notification and never miss my video, and goodbye.